Just over 10 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, a company called Bliss Brands was formed and introduced MAC washing powder into the market. And this really is a David versus Goliath story. But what was the marketing strategy? How was it implemented? And perhaps most importantly, in this challenger brand world, how do you ensure survival? We're joined by Jackie Jacobs, Sales and Marketing Director. Very warm welcome. And thanks for joining us. I really do love stories like this. So take us right back to the beginning. Any brand that's going to take on the multinationals is brave. Many people must have said, you need your head read.
Well, there were definitely a lot of those. Yes, I think it was probably one of the first washing powders to really take on the multinationals in the South African market. And we had to do it a little differently. And our whole strategy was just based around try it before you buy it. Washing powder being quite an emotional purchase because of the value of clothes. That people were very reluctant to change. So it had to be, we had to almost give it to our consumers to actually use it to prove that it actually does work.
Is it an emotional purchase, or these days is it something purely based on price?
Okay, if we're talking in the beginning, it was an emotional one. Okay. Now...
Because people were loyal to the brands that they knew.
That's correct.
You were an interloper in that space.
That's correct.
All right. But these days, it's a price-driven purchase.
It's, brand still plays a part because of quality. But yes, price is very much a factor at the moment.
Okay, Jackie, flesh this out for me a little bit then. In the beginning, it was try it first and then see if you like it. Yeah. How did you do that? How did you take that approach into the market?
Well, we started all those years ago with roadshows. These are very fondly known as our ninjas now.
And ninjas.
Our ninjas.
Yeah.
They travel nationally around the country.
So good old activation and experiential marketing. How do these roadshows work?
Well, they're all employed by us, so they the only brand that they talk about is MAC. And they travel, give away product. They do demonstrations, lots of demonstrations, lots of different kinds of things, like going to people's houses and actually doing their washing to show them exactly how it works. And really making a lot of noise and a lot of song and dance, and just creating almost one-on-one marketing. So getting to know your consumer.
So one-on-one, and hopefully from that stems word of mouth.
Absolutely.
Does that approach still work in 2015?
Yes, it does. Yes, it definitely does.
So the ninjas are still fighting, are they?
The ninjas are still out there, and they've grown. Much bigger team now, and doing a lot more exciting projects now.
Okay, we're going to get to some of those exciting projects in just a moment. But again, in the beginning, how dirty was the fight? We know that these multinationals play to win.
In the beginning, Jeremy, not as dirty as we would have thought in the beginning. I think the biggest shock came to us is when we made our first TV commercial and was pulled off air within, I think, 24 hours of being on air, taken before the ASA, where we lost hopelessly. And we're given the directive that the only thing that we could say was MAC, nothing else. And then what came out of that was the entire Mac song. And
so
that...
actually do remember that, yes.
Yes, do you?
Okay. Thank you for that. Yeah. So it was a fairly dirty fight, but I mean, you knew you were getting into this. You had to punch and punch above your weight, I guess.
Absolutely.
At what point then in this brand's journey did you know that you'd found some degree of market traction?
Well, it was after their TV commercial.
Yeah.
Because that's when you knew, that's when you now knew, because that MAC catapulted us into the next level, where the retailers wanted us in their stores, and then the fight began, because that's when we knew that we'd actually made it.
So the power of great advertising is always important in this respect.
Simple advertising.
Right. There's a brand leverage strategy. It's not just about washing powder now. You've extended the brand into other products. At what point and what informed that decision?
I think it was a case of, very honestly, the first thing that we had to think about was that when the fight did get a bit nasty.
Robust. Let's use the word robust.
Yes. Okay. So when it did get like that, you needed also other products, because you can't just rely on that one single product when you're fighting, because you need the other ones also to sustain the business. And also, but with the brand loyalty that we had, bringing out some other MAC products in the laundry kind of cleaning line made sense to us.
All right, then the marketing strategy right now then, you say you keep the marketing budget small, but you do big things, and it's also important to have an altruistic approach to this. In other words, give stuff back to the community.
Yes.
What's your thinking in that respect right now?
That is just something we've done from the beginning, from the days of try it before you buy it. All our advertising is involving the communities and the consumers that actually use MAC. Anything from the song competition, the movie, but at the same time, making sure that some of our consumers, their lives are enriched. And we're making a difference in their life.
So engage with the community, but give to the community as well. And from that community, hopefully you will receive in sales.
That's correct.
It's a simple approach.
It is a very simple approach.
Going forward, I mean, you have 10 years. It's 10 years old. Is it just a little over?
A little over.
Where to now? I mean, what's the strategy going forward?
The strategy going forward is that we're just going to keep it as simple as we always have, and continue with a strategy that works. I mean, it's working for us. We're managing to grow in a very, very depressed market. And MAC is enjoying really good growth at the moment, so I'm just going to keep that strategy just the way it is.
Do you want to sing the MAC song in conclusion? No, in fact, don't.
The new one?
Thank you. We'll pass. Jackie Jacobs from Bliss, thank you very much indeed. Fascinating insight.
Thank you.